Welcome into the I-80 Club, Season 3. Be Kind, Husker Rewind. This is our roots. Jack Mitchell, I'm Josh Peterson. This is how we got this whole thing started, I think all the way back in 2019, and we resume it today. We're going to be doing these throughout the offseason, and today we begin with a very good one, Nebraska at Texas A&M. 2006. How are you this fine evening?
Well, I just went to the Nebraska basketball game, so I'm hoping this is going to make my night better because that was terrible. It made me upset, made me sad, made me feel sorry for myself. So I'm hopeful that this will be better, and I think a very timely choice in terms of the game too, with Zac Taylor under the tutelage of Bill Callahan, leading his team into Texas A&M, where I believe, didn't Taylor coach at Texas A&M before he went into the NFL? Was that right?
Yes,
did that
he
happen?
did. Yeah, he was a part of one of the Sherman staffs.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because isn't he like isn't it Sherman's son-in-law or something?
He's his son-in-law.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So this was a little foreshadowing of his career, but since there's going to be a lot of Zac Taylor, depending on when you listen to this or watch it, this weekend, we thought we would remember Zac Taylor as a quarterback, which is kind of, Josh, it's kind of hard to remember now that we think of him as a coach. I understand the thought that he was a Nebraska quarterback, but I don't remember very well what he was like as a Nebraska quarterback in some ways. So I'm excited to kind of refresh that memory tonight.
Yeah, and before we start, 2006, Jack Mitchell. Where is Jack Mitchell in 2006? What's he doing?
Let's see, what was the date of this game?
This is November 11th.
I was 1 month into my new job at KLIN Radio.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. I started October 1st, 2006. So
okay.
I would have talked about this the Monday after, which I'm fascinated
that had to
with.
be a party.
I'm fascinated with that. This is back when Bill Callahan got hired. I was a regular Monday press conference person. After the games
what a
on the
time.
weekends. Yeah, I was. I was a regular Monday press conference person. I don't really know why. I think it was just because I thought it was cool to go there at the time, and I was able to go there and free pizza, that kind of thing. So, but yeah, this was an era where I was sitting in the press box in games. Probably shortly after this. Yeah, I was acting like a real media member, but I don't really know why. I wasn't producing any content.
Did you feel like you had to maybe? Because I remember my early media days feeling like I had to kind of do very specific things.
I think I wanted to. I think I mainly wanted to at that point, just because it seemed very new and cool and fresh, unlike now when everything seems terrible because I'm old and and crabby. So,
well, speaking of that, this is a senior year in high school. This is my senior year of high school watching this team. I am with Josh, who commented a few minutes ago, says 2006 was a very good team that could have been great. This has always been one of those what-if seasons for me. They almost beat Texas. They're up on Oklahoma State the week after the Texas game, and then they lose, and things kind of go sideways, and yeah, bad time. So I'm with him. This season could have been, I thought, really, really good.
Well, and then the Big
really,
12
really
championship,
good.
which I was at in person in Kansas City, and the coldest game I've ever been to, far and away.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people have said.
All
right, if you are listening to this at a later date, first of all, Gino Jalapeno says, my daughter visited Boys Town and Children's in Omaha shitloads of times in 2019. Husker Rewind was my I-80 podcast listen many times. If you are listening to this at a later date, like Gino did back then, Gino, hope that your daughter is doing great. And you want to be a part of this live, we're going to be doing this thing all off season long.
Seems better live to me. Seems way better live to me. That's just my opinion. When you have
That's
the video,
just Jack's opinion. But if you are listening at a later date and you're not watching, let us know. Let us know at I-80 Club. But you can become a patron for as low as $3 if you want to watch this along with us in the future. It is only $5 a month, and you can join us. And we're going to be doing these. I think, Jack, the plan's one or twice a month for the next few months.
Yeah,
so
there's going to be this is going to be the reg here for off season. We got a lot of off season left. We knock out 1.5, 2 of these a month for the next 7 months.
Yeah,
right?
We can knock out a ton.
We should get through 12, 14 of these. So there we go. All right, do we have somebody else's mic on? Yeah, let's get it started. Let's get it
fire
started.
This bad boy up.
Oh,
Do you hear that music?
yeah, we got. Yeah,
turned it down.
You turn that down. So,
Yeah, I'll just
some
mute
nice
I'll just
country
mute it.
music.
Yep.
All right, we got a flyover. Of course, it's Texas A&M, so we got a nice. Those are old timey planes. It looks like though to me. Texas A&M. In terms of a game day atmosphere, Josh, your perception of how it ranks.
It's always seemed cool, but also very weird. Like the fact that they have a graveyard for their dead dogs, I think is a little strange. There are a lot of stories about Texas A&M fans and some very weird things that they have been known to do over the years. So yeah, I don't know. I've always wanted to attend a game, but I've also thought that it was goofy as hell. How about you?
So the thing where they sway the opposite directions, that's kind of cool. Like
I think
Texas
that's awesome. Yep.
Texas A&M is a real group of cool things and super dumb things they try and act are cool. Like the midnight yell, I don't know if that's that cool. And that maybe I'm overly affected by the story this year with it, where it was just terrible.
Yeah, the horrible jokes.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to. I couldn't remember exactly what it was. But like the idea of the 12th man and then suiting up a player who like isn't on the team regularly on special teams or whatever that is. I don't even know what it is. Do they still do that? Is that still a
that's
thing?
a good question. I don't know the 12th man tradition anymore like I used to.
Like it used to. I don't even know if they still do it. Nobody talks about it. Like it feels like it was talked about way more like in this era and before the 12th man.
For sure.
Jorvorskie Lane.
Dude, that guy,
dude.
People love Jorvorskie Lane because he was freaking massive.
He was like 250.
Yeah,
that
dude was a
Bam
beast.
Morris. He was Mike Goodson. Another
Mike
running
Goodson.
back. No, not big NFL careers for these guys that I remember. But nonetheless, yeah, it'll be interesting to see who's on Texas A&M and see who are the good players on this team. You may have more Nebraska NFL players, frankly, from this team than you do Texas A&M players.
We were talking in the pregame because they're doing a bunch of like the pregame stuff right now on the video, like your where we were at in this time. What do you remember about this team? Because like as I said, it's always felt like kind of a what if team. They had just beaten Missouri the week before. They go into this game with a chance to lock up the North and completely end Missouri's season. Zac Taylor in his second year on the way to the Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year. What do you remember about this team? And I guess your feelings about the program overall at the time.
That's a great question. Like, were we like super positive about Bill Callahan at this time?
I was.
It's like I can't remember
a real big Bill Callahan guy.
They're showing Adam Carricker right now. I was really high on Maurice Purify. I remember that about this team. I didn't ever. The weird thing about Zac Taylor is like, I thought he was better after his career was over than when he was here, and that might have been my own shortcoming. Current, me in the moment might have been wrong, but like I remember him after the fact as a better quarterback than I did when he was actually there.
Interesting.
Yeah, for whatever reason.
I was a huge Zac Taylor fan. I mean, he had his deficiencies, right? Like his arm strength, his arm talent was not really good, but he was very accurate. I thought that he was noticeably better this year versus his previous year.
I just don't remember thinking like, man, this guy gives us a leg up on the teams that we're going to play. And I'm saying, like I said, I just don't remember feeling that way. Maybe could have. So,
dude, the game has started now. This is the era. Brandon Jackson with the kick return.
Speaking of NFL guys.
Yeah. This is the era when HD was like really starting to become kind of mainstream. Mm-hmm. And I remember like going to friends' houses who had it and then other times not having it. Yeah. And so like the quality of video was either really good at the time or just completely shitty. And I'm pretty sure that this is the latter.
So
plus, look at the huge-ass ABC logo. Like, it's just really goofy looking.
It's odd. One of the funniest things they always did when HD just started, probably about this era, maybe I don't know if they'll do it here, but I think they did it on, like, Monday Night Football, is they, like, check out our new HD, and they would, like, show a TV with it on, but you were watching it on your low-def TV.
This is what it looks like.
Right.
Yep.
Taylor, Purify. Okay, I was hoping they would give the whole starting lineups here, but they did not. Maybe they.
Josh asked, "Is this a 3-hour version?" No, this is like an hour and 15. Yeah.
All right. So do we have? Okay, so I know Cody Glenn is in this game. Brandon Jackson is in this game. Is
Marlon Lucky?
Is Marlon Lucky still there too? Okay.
Yep. Oh yeah, Marlon Lucky's only a sophomore.
Taylor, Brandon Jackson, Dane Todd, Terrence Nunn, Nate Swift.
Oh, look at those receivers.
Matt Harrion. Oh my God.
Hell yeah.
Murtha, Christensen, Byford, Hickman, and Slauson.
Wow.
Was this was this Harrion after the injury?
Oh yeah, dude. This is like the very end of Harrion's career.
I forgot he came back after the injury.
Yeah.
And he did like nothing.
Man, look at the shade. You got the huge-ass stadium. You got sunny in some spots, shady in others. Oh,
my gosh.
Look at that. Look at that
that's got to be Purified, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. With that
Most
size.
underrated Nebraska player maybe of all time. Maurice
Dude,
Purified.
thank you.
I
got so much shit a few years ago because we did that draft on the show on the Grum, and I had Maurice Purify really early, and I caught loads of shit from people for. I thought that I don't know. I love Maurice Purify. That guy was awesome.
Gave him a cushion. Did the little that might have been a Zac Taylor. Who knows? Given what Zac Taylor can do coaching, that might have been a Zac Taylor audible, showing that.
Look at those numbers. Those are good numbers.
I didn't see them.
Those are real good numbers.
Good?
Oh yeah,
Right.
They're really good.
Oh, we got to mute somebody. I don't know who it is. I can't find him. All right,
that was
jeez.
Joe.
Look at Brandon Jackson. Look at this first drive.
Remember at the time, Jack, one of the big talking points for Nebraska football was the ability of Callahan to like call the first 15 plays the scripted plays. Like that was a huge story with Bill Callahan. How good
weirdly
his scripted
enough,
plays
it was
were.
like Mark Whipple.
God, you're right.
Oh my gosh, that wide receiver Dan Erickson, 26. Oh my gosh, his name just came into my mind. Dan Erickson.
Dude, wasn't Erickson the guy that would always come on the field and it was like, all right, here comes the run play?
Well, that was. I mean, it may have been. I really remember that during the Solich era. That was Troy Hasselbrook and Ben Cornelson would come on the field as opposed to like Wilson Thomas. That was your best. That was your best or Mark LaFleur. That was your best indication. That it was going to be a running play. All right. So
by the way, did this thing look at the clock? It's already at 8:18. Did we like skip like 2 drives? What the hell's going on?
No wonder was this still the first drive? That's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah. Good question. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out like they're not going that slow, are they?
Version.
Yeah.
I do.
Well, I mean, it feels like we've only been on for like 2 minutes, and now there's already 7:59 left in the first quarter.
Well, every play Nebraska's got, that offensive line is making some holes, Josh.
Dude, they
Mike
are
Huff and Leiden Murtha and J.B. Phillips at tight end. Oh my gosh, that was the best.
You know what's so funny is like at the time we were like, man, this offensive line sucks. We need the pipeline again. And now in hindsight, it's like, what would we give to see this offensive line at Nebraska again? Oh yeah,
okay.
See, it just skipped like 3 plays.
Skipped a couple plays. Right. And get that down, Zach. Who's he looking for there? Is that France Hardy? France Hardy, I believe. Remember France Hardy?
Oh yeah.
Wasn't he from
No Hands Franz?
Yeah, France Hardy. Yeah, they had a good stable of running backs here. Chris Patrick.
Yeah.
Chris Patrick, he was a transfer from Purdue, as I recall. Andy Christensen, he was from Bennington. I remember that.
Hey, that's where my parents live.
All right, we got the fullback in, second and goal. Just
Is that
powering
Cody Glenn?
in.
Yep.
Cody Glenn.
Nice.
Right
Man. So I don't know, Jack. I was going to say, like, that was a really good start, but I don't know because we skipped, like, 8 minutes of game action. It seems like a solid start, though. Going on the road, 7-0 at ranked Texas A&M. Not bad.
Matt Slauson, he had a good NFL career. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. He lasted in the NFL for a while. Remember the thing with him,
NFL
too, was the burrito. Was it Chipotle? There was this, like, he would order a burrito, and he'd get, like, a double, but he'd do it with, like, 2 shells or something. It was ridiculous. So it was basically like a quadruple burrito.
We did the swinging gate under Callahan? I did not remember that. I did not remember that at all. Did we do that the whole time under Callahan?
I have no idea.
All right, who's our kicker? Is it David Dykes?
This is Congdon.
Oh, Jordan Congdon.
This is Jordan Congdon.
Okay. Look at the Husker fans. They're psyched.
I had a couple friends who were at this game. They got in trouble afterwards because they like went on the field and they were celebrating. And apparently, you do not do that You do not do that.
That
down at
a
Texas
few
A&M.
years before this, there was like a fight on the field because of that. The year that Philip Bland got
The comeback win?
The year Philip Bland got the interception when they won. So that would have been what is this?
02?
02? Yeah, 02 probably. That was all I know is the game ended with a Philip Bland interception, and some Nebraska fans stormed the field and somebody got punched or something.
They were very triggered. The game that I remember with a punch was one of those Missouri games over the years.
Didn't Cody Glenn move to linebacker?
He did. He moved to linebacker
and then
under
he played
Bo.
for the Colts for a while.
Yeah, and then didn't he get kicked off the team?
Yeah, he had a
kicked off the
thing,
team.
but he also.
I don't think it was ever reported.
All right, let's see who's on defense here. Barry Turner, I see.
Dude, this defense is loaded. You got Stuart Bradley, you got Adam Carricker, you got Corey McEwen, you got Zach Bowman, you got a ton of players that were in the NFL.
You got a
on that
couple
side
of
of the ball.
NFL guys there. I think I saw Lance Brandenburg there, number 40.
Oh my gosh.
Would this have been
There's Zac Taylor's father? No, never mind. That's not Zac Taylor's father-in-law.
God, that dude! Oh my gosh, that Jorvorskie lane. I remember him being huge.
Yes.
Just like, all right, who's our quarterback?
I was just going to ask you.
Oh my gosh!
Jesus. He was way open.
Oh, that's Titus Brothers got beat there.
Hey, is Grigsby's on this defense too, right?
Deontay Grigsby.
Courtney Grigsby?
Courtney Grigsby. Oh, that wasn't Titus
No,
Brothers.
that was Jones. That was what was
Jones.
Jones's name?
I thought it was Titus Brothers there.
Something Jones. He was like a 5-star, I think, like a 4 or a 5-star.
Jones, 25. How did he get beat so bad?
Yeah,
Double
what was his
move.
name?
Oh, he bit hard.
Oh, that's Andre Jones. Do you remember
Andre
Andre Jones?
Andre Jones.
Yeah, there were multiple. That was like the era of multiple 5-stars.
Was 30 Tier Green? Did he get switched to defense?
Uh-huh.
Tier Green, Amon's nephew or whatever, went from running back to defense?
Yes. Yeah.
He scored. I remember he scored a touchdown against
go.
Kansas like the year before, probably.
Who was the guy? So this was the year, that they played USC at the beginning of the season on the road. Was it Andre Jones who talked shit to USC and said that Nebraska was going to win, or was that a different player? There was a player who almost guaranteed that they. Oh, jeez, that was easy. That was
right in. That's that Goodson guy. They had the thunder and lightning thing going on with this.
That's
Texas
right,
A&M
they
team,
did. With Jorvorskie Lane and then him.
Yeah. I don't remember that Andre Jones. God, I don't think I would have remembered him.
He if I remember right, he went on the Thursday night, an ESPN Thursday night halftime show, and he was real confident that Nebraska was going to play well. And I think then he got burnt a couple of times versus USC. I mean, that was a pretty low scoring game, but I don't think he played well.
Okay. All right.
So nice answer.
All right, so 7-7. A&M was a little option action there.
The announcers were probably saying something. Oh, man, they look like Nebraska of the old days.
Nebraska. The old, yes.
Look at them running the option.
Nebraska gets the ball back here. We're at 3:34 in the first period. Nice little return there. And a flag.
Eric says Andre Jones was a community college transfer too, I think, not straight from high school. Yeah, he was definitely a JUCO because he was another one of the highly ranked defensive backs. Zach Bowman, he came from Alaska.
I remember that.
In Alaska.
Yes, I remember that.
He was a 5-star, and then Andre Jones was another 5-star.
This was just after my super interested in recruiting period. I was super interested in recruiting just a few years before this.
Mm-hmm. The 2005 class, that was the really famous one.
Yeah.
With there's Marlon. Marlon Lucky was on that one.
Oh, God.
You can't do that, bro.
Late hit.
What are you doing?
Very late hit there. That's you should consider an ejection there, I think.
Yeah, that would be targeting in today's. Harrison Beck, he was in that class. Eric says, yeah, that was the golden age of Rivals boards. Oh,
yes,
man.
I remember wanting into that. Yeah.
I wanted a Rivals subscription so bad when I was in high school, and I didn't have one.
The year
it was one of the first things I got when I started making money the summer after high school.
Whatever year I was really into, Donald DeFrand. That year Donald DeFrand and Ronaldo Hill, they were both. Were they transfers?
Wow, I don't remember those names at all.
Donald DeFrand? Oh, really?
No.
DeFran
Yeah, what
played
class
here.
was he in?
That must have been like 02.
Okay, yeah. I got into recruiting with the 04 class. Basically the first abbreviated Callahan class where they went after that quarterback who went to USC super late. And I remember being so sad. Like, I don't remember what that guy, Rocky Hound?
Rocky
or
Hines.
Hounds?
Rocky
Hines.
He ended up at UNLV. Yeah, Rocky Hines.
Oh, Mo Purify. What are you doing, bro? That was a tough drop. He would have gotten the first down there.
I still have this theory about Bill Callahan that if he had found better talent at tight end, it would have made a huge difference. It was always JB Phillips, and then it was a bunch of other guys who were just not even quite up to that level as receivers. And they were really, like, I think I saw Josh Mueller in, I think from like Columbus Lakeview. He was in earlier. But it was like it was Hunter Tiefentiller. That was another name.
God,
I think he might be on this team.
Yikes.
But like never for all the recruiting he did, he never got a tight end. Jeez, wide open there.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too, and Mo is awesome.
Todd Peterson.
Like Todd Peterson was really good. Nate Swift was really good, and obviously Mo was Mo. But like they were missing just that one. I don't know, like a better version of a Terrence Nunn. You know what I'm talking about? Like a better slot guy that's just really fast and has good hands. Like they just never really had that kind of dude that you could like throw the ball in space and then make a bunch of guys miss. Like they always had really solid players, but I just wish the skill positions would have been just a little bit better. And I mean, I imagine that you've thought about it over the years, Jack. Like, what if they get Blaine Gabbert or Josh Freeman? Like what if they're able to land, like both those guys played in the NFL.
Right.
Like Blaine Gabbert's still in the NFL.
Yeah.
It's like, what if they would have landed either of those players? And especially Blaine, because then, I mean, if they get Blaine Gabbert, Bo Pelini coaches Blaine Gabbert.
Yep.
And it's like, that completely changes the early Bo era.
He's hurt. Oh, that's
Nate.
Nate's young Nate Swift.
Nate Swift accosted one of my friends one time because my friend accidentally cut the line for the porta potties tailgating before a game a few years ago.
Wow.
And he realized, holy shit, that's Nate Swift. And he went and apologized to him.
Todd Peterson follows me on Twitter, I think.
He follows me on Twitter.
Yeah.
He gave me a massage one time.
What?
Mm-hmm.
He's a masseuse?
He lives in Chicago. He volunteered or something with his work. He was in like the massage tent for St. Jude after one of the marathons that I ran. Oh man, that was
did they call a late hit on that?
On who?
On Dan Erickson there?
Oh, they must be giving. Oh no, yep.
Dan Erickson. Oh, there's a Menelik
on this
Holt.
video is so
Did
weird.
you see Menelik Holt there?
Dude,
Remember him?
Menelik Holt, that guy was so tall.
Man, he never.
I remember being really excited about Menelik
He never
Holt.
did. And I was very excited about him.
Yeah,
very excited about
tall.
Chris Brooks, another wide receiver.
Oh, Chris Brooks. He committed the same day Barry Turner. I had that newspaper saved for years where it's like they get 2 4-stars.
Jeez, Zach, you got way more than you should have there.
Travis points out, it's Chris Brooks Sr. That's true. Remember suddenly when it was like,
he
wait,
added
you're a
the
senior already?
Yes. Oh, Brett Byford he was a...
Hey, Joe Gans.
What was... Oh, this is in Gans's younger days, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Joe's on the sidelines. He was next to Callahan.
I believe Brett Byford was I want to say, I don't know if he was a transfer from Alabama or he was just from Alabama.
God, look how far back the running back, I think it was Jackson. Man, this offense is good.
Hold on, is Terrence Nunn not on? Oh, there he is. There's Terrence
There he is.
Nunn.
Yeah, he just caught it.
I was going to say,
yeah, remember,
played...
this year he fumbled.
Well, I've seen like 7 receivers, and I hadn't seen him yet. So,
yeah.
You know what's weird? Like, this offense right now it's the end of the first quarter. Like, at some point, and we're going into a new era of offense right now, but like, if you sold what that offense is without calling it the West Coast offense, people would be really excited about that right now, I think.
About this style of offense?
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
Fullback,
pro style.
Fullback, pro style,
Yeah, this team ran the ball,
run
man.
heavy.
Oh, yeah. And a quarterback who can make throws on third down.
Multiple
ends.
tight ends.
This is exactly what you want.
Got a little bunch here's the window
look,
dressing.
They're moving guys around.
Look at that. Brought the fullback up
formation.
on motion there. I like that.
The one thing this offense is missing, I mean, just outside of like better players overall. Oh, Cody Glenn. Holy moly.
Touchdown number 2 for Cody Glenn. They got Lucky and Brandon Jackson, and they're going with Cody Glenn here right now.
The thing that this team is missing is like if Zac was a little bit more mobile, like that's the one thing that this offense doesn't have is just a tiny bit more ability from the quarterback.
Yeah, which they got later with Gans. But...
With Gans, yeah, Joe Gans, exactly.
Is that
offenses look good?
Is that Francione? Is that right? Is that who that is? Or
that's who that is? God, I couldn't remember his name.
Who came over from TCU? Yeah.
Yep. Well, didn't he also? He almost went to Bama, right? And then he left.
Oh, well, yeah. There was something with that. I think he went from TCU. I want to say he went from TCU to A&M a couple years before this. Bo Davis sighting on the sideline.
All right, let me see. Dennis Francione. Let me look at his career trajectory. Oh no, okay. He was at Bama in 01 and 02, and then he went to Texas A&M. Isn't that weird?
When was he at TCU?
So imagine a world where the Alabama head coach would be like, "I'm good. I'm going to Texas A&M." Like, what a different time.
Wasn't he at TCU at some point too, though?
Yeah, he was at TCU right before Alabama.
Oh,
98 to 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that was the first time TCU had been good.
Yeah, that was the LT era, right? LaDainian?
Yeah. That's probably right. Yes, I'm sure it is because one of my high school teammates played at TCU. Well, he didn't really play, but he was a walk-on at TCU. And
oh, really?
It was at the same time as LaDainian Tomlinson. So, yes.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So the offense right now looks great. The offense is kicking ass at this moment.
Offensive line looks good. Offense looks good. Getting chunk plays in the running game. Let's see what the defense can do here.
Look at that. That's when the touchbacks when you still got the ball at the 20 and not the 25.
Right. I forgot
the old
about
days.
That. All right, let's find some more players on defense to talk about.
Steve Octavian.
Steve Octavian. Now there's a recruiting guy I remember.
Remember that first quarter that he had in 2005 where he had 4 tackles and then he got hurt and we were like, oh my gosh, what could have been?
It was against Maine.
That dude ruled.
Maine. Yeah, he got hurt at Maine.
Yeah, he tore his ACL.
Yes. His first ever game here was it? Oh, Steven McGee is the quarterback.
He was, Tanner McGee. Okay. Hey, Corey McEwen before people hated him.
Yeah.
That dude people still bring him up as if any Husker starts complaining or whining, everyone's like, Corey McEwen. Remember Corey McEwen? He did the same thing.
Oh my gosh.
Defense. Getting everywhere.
Who was that? Octavian.
Jay Moore.
Octavian and Jay Moore.
Man, again, another NFL guy, Jay Moore.
He's from Lincoln, isn't he? I think he's from Lincoln.
Jay, I thought he's from Elkhorn.
Elkhorn, yeah, that's right. I was mixing them up. 94.
Steve Octavian. God.
Who's 94?
Is that Barry Cryer?
Barry Cryer. Nice call. He was a JUCO guy. Yeah.
God.
Barry Cryer. I think that's right.
Dude,
Barry
this defense is loaded. I'm with Josh. Josh said a few minutes ago, Callahan is the best. Did he say the best coach post Solich or post TO? Either way, he's right.
Oh, we got to rush it. Jeez. Okay, right now the defense is.
They're all over the place. Oh, Barry Turner. Barry Turner.
Who's 54 there? Who is the defensive lineman? 54. Yeah, Barry Turner was. Ola Daganduro.
Ola Daganduro. Oh, my God.
His brother would come in a little bit later and be a big Nebraska basketball player.
Man, throw the damn bones. Look at them.
Creighton. Jeez, Barry Turner. Wow. I remember when Barry Turner caught a fake field goal against Colorado a few years. Was it this year?
It was
probably
this season,
year.
Yeah. Dude, they wiped the floor with Colorado in that game. That was hilarious.
Great. That defense.
Here we go. How about this? Senior Fat Ass says, played against Jay Moore in high school. That dude was a fucking monster. Awesome. Oh, yeah, and we haven't even mentioned him. Josh points it out, though. Sue is a freshman on this team.
Oh, really?
And Dominican Sue is on this team.
Oh, cool. The chat's coming up here, and I don't even have it open. That's really nice. Is that new?
It's been here the whole time.
Up on the top right corner, has that? I know it has.
Yeah,
that's like a new thing. Gary Darnell.
No, it's been like this. We just don't do the videos very often like this.
I don't think it used to do that.
Brennan says, "Hi, Jack."
I see him. Thank you. This is cool. I'm really excited about that. That makes it very easy to keep watching, but also keep an eye on that. But also
converse.
Which I like to. All right, Nebraska.
It's us, the I-80 Club. Brendan. I'm taking a screenshot of that, Brendan. I'm tweeting it out. I hope that's okay.
All right. Oh, Zac Taylor. Look at Maryland ranked and beating Miami there.
Wow.
That's weird. See, Josh Mueller, I think Columbus Lakeview, I want to say. What do we got? A flag? Who's this on? That was Zach's run there. You talked about Zach not being particularly mobile there. We just saw it there.
Yeah.
Very much.
Mickey
so.
says, might be the camera angle, but this field seems 100 yards wide. I always hate watching games at Texas A&M.
Like it. I totally
You know what
agree.
it reminds me of, Jack? It reminds me of Ohio State, where the camera's just like looking straight down at the field because of just how high up the camera is.
I don't know what it is about Texas A&M, and it's still that way when you watch a game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just some of those old stadiums just have like horrible camera setups.
Maryland. Sorry, I was just reading the bottom line. Maryland had Darian Hayward Bay. Yes.
That dude had a nice cup of coffee in the NFL. Jordan says, my uncle during the Kansas State game asked why we had a guy named Sugg. Sugg.
Marlin, check down for Marlin. Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
Check down to Marlin.
Man, people said that Marlin didn't look like a 5-star. That was a hell of a run. Wow, I'm just having to reevaluate. Oh, no, he's hurt. Oh, no.
He barely touched the ball during the game. They were all Cody Glenn.
Yeah, seriously.
Zach loves that check down.
Man, look at this. Look at that move. That's a nice move. Put the ball in your outside arm.
Bowl game.
There we go.
Was it the bowl game this year against Auburn, or was it the year before? It was this year, right?
It was this year.
Yeah. When Marlin had like 20 catches, checkdowns.
God,
look at that downfield
you want to talk
blocking.
about a stupid-ass loss.
France Hardy, look at that blocking.
Man, that was a nice play out of the backfield.
I hope he's okay.
Yeah, seriously. Marlin, are you all right?
What's Marlin doing today? Do we know?
I don't know. That's a good question. He was on like a practice squad for a while,
wasn't he? He was on the Bengals for a cup of coffee, I think.
Yep. Let me go to his Wikipedia page. God, he's only 36 years old. That's crazy. He played in the NFL. He was on the Bengals in 2009, and then it was just like a bunch of like Omaha Nighthawks, Omaha Beef, Lincoln Haymakers, Sioux City Bandits in 2013 was the last team he played for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
They are.
Is that Harrion? Did Harrion score? Oh, no, Peterson.
Todd Peterson.
It's crazy because I thought Harrion's career basically ended after that injury. I forgot that he came back. Like, was he good at all after that injury?
No, I don't think so. I don't have his numbers in he didn't have the athleticism that he did in his early days anymore.
Like this game, he's in it, and I totally forgot he even played in this game.
Yeah, I totally forgot he was on this roster. I thought his last year would have been like 05. Hell, you could have lied to me and said his last team was 04.
21, all right, so 21-7.
So they're up 21-7. There's 11 minutes left in the second quarter, and like not to spoil what's about to come, the offense is about to just play like garbage for the rest of the game until the final drive.
They look really good right now.
They look awesome, right? Wasn't that a thing though with this team that like the offense could look so good and then it could just grind to a frickin' halt? And so it's about to do the latter.
Yeah. Oh, and then the opposite happened in what 05 with the Colorado. They looked terrible, and then they come out in that Colorado game and they just look incredible.
Yeah, the same thing happened. It looked great against Michigan in the bowl game that year.
Restore the order.
I had that shirt.
I got it for my nephew that year for Christmas. It was the hot gift of Christmas 2005.
You got it for, or you got it from?
For him. He was like a middle school student at the time. He's an optometrist now.
Oh, congrats to him.
All right, little replay. Mike Huff is the right guard. Was he a Grand Island guy? I want to say he was a Grand Island guy, or was he an Omaha guy?
Who?
Mike Huff on the offensive line. All right, Purify, other than that first catch, has not done much in this game.
No, he is not.
You know, they still, even this is 2006, but they still had pretty big pads here. Like the pad getting smaller happened. I thought it happened right after the 90s, but I would still say here they're bigger than usual.
Yeah, they're pretty massive. I've noticed that, man. Like look at
that right now. Look at that.
Yeah,
those are huge.
What's the jersey? Look at the sleeves. Like the way the sleeves hang on his jersey. Like that's really different. Like I'll watch games, Jack, from like 5-10 years ago, and I'm always surprised at how like football seems to have changed so much in such a short amount of time.
Martellus Bennett, the tight end. Remember him?
Dude, that guy played for the Cowboys.
Yes.
I hated Martellus Bennett. I could not stand him. He was such a dick.
Didn't he
was on Hard Knocks, and he was one of the most annoying players I've ever watched. Oh, holding!
Jeez. Whoever that end was absolutely murdered that tackle.
Yeah, he was
Didn't
all
Martellus
over
Bennett
him.
play on their basketball team too, I want to say?
Oh, this was definitely the era of like tight ends. It was like, hey, he plays basketball. Look at him boxing out a defender. Remember they said that about Antonio Gates like all the time for the Chargers.
51. Was that Bo Rude? Was he still there at this time?
Yeah.
Rude would have been Bo Rude, I think. Look at Kevin Cosgrove. Look at everybody.
There he is.
There's John Blake by him.
Man.
Oh my gosh, who is that? Stu Bradley into the defensive end because he is murdering that tackle. And then 8, is that a Shanley? Is that?
Oh, that's the other Shanley.
Is that right? Is that who that is?
Was it Matt? Was it Matt Shanley?
Or is it Austin Cassidy?
Oh, you might be right. Let me look. No, Andrew Shanley.
Andrew.
Yeah, it is.
Andrew Shanley.
Andrew. Yep, number 8.
Sue was in on that play. Sue was in on that one. And there's Grigsby.
Yep.
So they got Sue in here, not doing whoever the right defensive end is, though, right here has been not so much that play, but
no.
43.
I couldn't tell.
43 is that 43 is that Steinkühler? No. He wouldn't have been there.
No, Steinkühler. Oh, it is. It's Ty. Oh my gosh.
Not Baker, Ty.
Jeez.
Yeah, Ty Steinkühler. Baker was the one that was the super high recruit.
Baker was a 5-star. They moved him over to defense.
Solid career though.
Yeah, Ty was solid.
Ty had a solid career. He's young in this game, but the end of his career is really solid. I totally forgot Tier Green got moved to safety.
Yeah, they moved quite a few guys. Remember Willie Amos? They moved him over.
Yeah, Callahan's first game against Western Illinois, he had a huge game on offense, and then they moved him to defense shortly after that.
Yeah, he had a lot of
big
catches,
jump
a lot
roper,
of yards.
as I recall.
Eric says, LOL, a Chad Henne bottom line stat. That is amazing.
Oh, my gosh. That's really interesting because we were watching that game. How ironic is that, that Chad Henne could face Zac Taylor to some degree. No offense, Chiefs fans, but it could happen. I was watching that game last weekend, and Henne went in. I was like, how old is that dude? How long ago did he play?
Yeah, he played a little bit longer in college than Zach. He finished in 08 maybe, 07, 08. But he's been in the NFL since then. Meanwhile, Zac Taylor's in his, 4th year as a head coach?
Yeah.
3rd year as a head coach?
Halftime.
That was a solid first half, man. Nebraska looks easily like the better team. It's not even close at this point in time. They are dominating.
Didn't they look wildly competent? And A&M was ranked 24?
Yeah. And depending on the poll, Nebraska is ranked going into this game as well. In the AP, they were unranked, but in the coaches' poll, they were ranked.
Dude, what happened the next year? Seriously, what happened the next? Why is that dude's suit coat? Why does David Norrie's suit coat look 3 sizes too big?
Both Eric Collins' suit looks pretty terrible too.
Did they lose 30 pounds after they bought those things?
I think this was how the suits looked. I think this is how you. Well, I guess you were young back then, but this is how people wore suits back then. Pretty crazy.
I was wearing a suit a few years before that. I had just quit wearing a suit.
Nice.
I was practicing law months before this game was played.
Isn't that one of the best parts about radio? Not having to wear dress clothes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Nice. You asked a question. What changed? Multiple people pointed out. Josh, Brendan, Sam Keller happened. And there is I've never gotten a true tail of the tape inside story on why did the 07 team just completely quit? Because it wasn't just that they were bad, but they completely checked out on that season. But there have been stories over the years about Sam Keller and some of his interests away from football. And maybe how that
but that's not enough on its own. I don't know.
I mean, he's your starting quarterback. Him negatively affecting teams. Him being a bad leader.
Their defense blew. They
lost some good players, right? Purify's on the 07 team, Josh.
Yes.
But they lost Carricker is gone. Like, they lost Carricker. Isn't Stuart Bradley gone? So, like, they lost some real good players on defense that covered up. I mean, like, we thought Corey McEwen was good, and the next year he looked horrible. You know, it's probably because he didn't have Jay Moore and Stuart Bradley and Adam Carricker around him.
I believe Corey McEwen looked better the year before this, actually.
Yes, he looked the best as a sophomore in 2005.
That Iowa State game was his best game. I remember he ran down some guy. It wouldn't have been like Darren Davis, like Troy Davis's brother that played there then, was it? He ran down some Iowa State running back that should have been way faster than them and caught him, and everyone was like, dude, this guy is the next huge deal. Corey McEwen, and then the following years it just didn't quite ever materialize like that. Who was that Iowa State running back? I can't think. That was a great game. That was overtime game in Lincoln. I went with my brother-in-law, who's an Iowa State season ticket holder.
Didn't Corey Ross catch like a screen in that game and go for like 80 yards or something?
Corey Ross had a huge. We legit, if I can ever figure out when Corey's not in his season for arena football coaching or whatever. One of these days, I'm going to get Corey in here to watch one of these games. I think we should save that Michigan game for the Alamo Bowl game.
Well, we've watched it.
Did we? Oh, did we do that one?
I think we've done that game 2 times, but I guess we can do it a third.
Obviously, I don't remember, so it's probably not that important. But or another
game. Did you see
game.
the stats that they just showed? Like the balance was good. Like they had more passing than rushing, but the rushing was still solid. They had like 90 yards.
Wake Forest was ranked. Wake Forest was ranked and Florida State was unranked.
Wake Forest won the ACC either this year or the next year.
Oh, was that year they played like Louisville in the bowl, in like the Orange Bowl? Or Cincinnati
that sounds right. Yeah, because Louisville would have won the Big East. R.I.P.
That's right. Wake Forest made the Orange Bowl.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Nebraska beat Wake Forest in I know in 07. Did they beat them in 05 as well, I think?
They played them 2 years in a row, once in Lincoln and once in Winston-Salem. So
I thought they played in 05, they didn't play in 06, and then they played again.
No, they were like both Pelini. I think those were both Pelini years.
No. It was Sam Keller played against him for sure.
The game in Lincoln, one of the Bullocks twins just had a strip at the very beginning of the game. And had a strip and took it back for 6 really early in the game.
That was the year. Yeah, so they played them in 05. They won 31-3. Yeah, that was in Lincoln. And then, they didn't play in 06. And then they played in Winston-Salem in 07. They won 20-17.
Do you remember when Stuart Bradley came out of nowhere? It was a spring game. It was a spring game. Completely set the world on fire in that spring game. And nobody knew who he was. And from Utah, right? Yeah.
And then I remember, Carricker, obviously, as we've mentioned multiple times, he's on this team. And remember the story with Carricker was he was that's a nice run.
I just missed. They had that play dead to rights.
Wow. And now, dude, they're about to score and they're going to make it a 4-point game. But real quick, to put a bow on the Carricker thing, he was a quarterback up in Washington. And so he's obviously an incredible athlete, but he was able to put on all that weight and kick ass on defense.
Who? Okay, Shanley and
that was
rough. Tier Green.
That was
Tier
rough.
Green and Shanley
got
a couple of siblings. Look at all the siblings, and then we got Bo Rude chasing. We have 3 Husker siblings on that play. who couldn't
that
get
play
the job done.
was tough. That play was tough. Stu Bradley, bro, he tried to even put a shoulder into him and he couldn't get to him. Eric says, Stu, I felt, was way underrated in the era of stargazing. Yeah, Stuart Bradley was awesome.
Well, and then he went to the NFL, and that's Lance Brandenburg. He's from Kansas City. He came in the same year as, like, Blake, what's his name from Open Doors?
Tiedke?
No, Blake, no, the guy who runs Open Doors now. Blake
Lawrence.
Yeah, Blake Lawrence. Those guys were all in that group. Brandenburg and Lawrence.
I remember Blake Lawrence. He was a 4-star. He was highly ranked.
Mm-hmm.
I think that guy just broke his wrist.
Wow, held him
that's a nice stand though to hold him to a field goal.
Yeah.
Was Blake did Blake Lawrence, was he concussions? Was that Blake's thing?
Yep.
Yeah, that sucked.
He was from the
he had to retire really early.
Were him and Brandenburg both from the Kansas City area?
I don't remember.
I think they were. Brandenburg was a big recruit too. All right, 21-13, third quarter, 15 minutes left.
Look at the graphics.
Somebody
God,
didn't
these
get a
are
notification.
hilarious.
Didn't get a notification for it starting? I did.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Sorry. But you can rewatch it. We'll post the video to watch the whole thing. All right, fourth quarter. How we feel?
This is the longest montage ever.
There's some real long, quarter-ending montages.
Seriously.
Did you see how Corey threw the bones there? That was really good.
But Corey is like one of the least celebrated defenders. So like, is that really who you want on your side?
He did it exactly correctly,
All
and he
right,
was
I'm
a
just
good.
saying.
He's who was it? Somebody just told me he's like their neighbor now.
Who is Corey McEwen?
Yeah, Corey McEwen.
He was on one of the Schaefer podcasts during last season, like one of his Sunday things.
I think Schaefer was telling me I should get him on a show sometime. I think he thought he was pretty good.
Yeah, people that like, I don't know Corey, but people that do like really say that he's a good guy. That he just kind of got caught in the crosshairs of a very specific.
Do you want to know
time.
Oh, here comes the pilot. Oh, we got a Husker pilot.
Oh, he's a Husker fan. Remember that like they'd always open their collars and it's like, oh, they got a Husker.
They still do
shirt
that
on.
now. You know what okay, you want to hear the most freaking random thing I remember about Corey McEwen? On his MySpace page, he had the song "Move Along" by All American Rejects that played automatically when you logged onto it.
Awesome. God, that is so of its era.
It was Move exactly along. During this. Exactly. Because I would go, yes. That's totally true.
Matt says, has any Nebraska coach had more of a revival in hindsight than Callahan? We talked about this a little bit earlier. Man, I mean, his era has really, really, really aged in a way that I never would have seen coming, back then.
Wait, is he saying in hindsight people are more fond of it?
Yes.
I don't think most people are still. I think very few people are.
I am.
Man, I think I am too. But I just don't think. I don't know. I guess I'm getting disproven by a million people saying I am in the chat. But
plus, you said you are too. Here's the thing, Jack.
No, I
bet
I was saying I thought I was being
cool. If you give
cool.
this game, like just if you post this game and say, "Hey, everybody, watch this game," and now let us know what you think about Callahan. I bet a lot of people are like, "Wow, why weren't we appreciating this guy more in the moment? This is a really good team."
Yeah.
Do they call roughing the passer? What's up with this replay here? Well, that looked like a normal tackle.
Nothing.
No
Got a
roughing.
punt. Uh-oh. Here we go. They're starting to wave the towels here. Oh, the other thing I remember about always playing at Texas A&M, and I don't know if it was this year or some of the other years that we had problems with them or didn't have a great game, is they always went and showed them making out after they would score. That always made me so mad. Remember that?
Oh, no, I don't. Like Texas A&M fans would just kiss each other?
Yes, that was a thing. Like the students and their significant others would just like make out when they scored, and they would put the cameras on it. I haven't seen it yet when they've scored here, but that seems to be like, I remember that about the Big 12 was like, oh no, Texas A&M scored. Here we go. Gonna just straight up make out
kissing.
Time. Yeah, it was hot and heavy.
Keenan says, I remember when we fired Callahan thinking, oh man, glad we got rid of that loser, back to greatness. She adds, I was 17 to be fair. I was 19 when he got fired, and I had the same feeling like, oh, hell yeah, now it's time for Nebraska football to get good again.
Shut that option down, Carricker. You got a long career of you in front of you as an Omaha World Herald podcaster guy. Thing.
Hey, he's gotten to talk to Matt Rule, and no one else has.
Yeah. Jeez. Really?
Jack's not triggered. Don't worry, Nebraska.
I am
He's
so
not
triggered by that. Listen, I love it that everyone was so excited to see Will Compton and those guys have him on the bus. That's great. I love it too. I was hoping I'm glad he does stuff like that. But goodness sakes, could we get him on some local type of those interviews as well? If we're going to
join us in the I-80 Club, Matt. You can join us for Be Kind Husker Rewind. We'll watch one of your old Baylor games.
Oh my gosh. Seriously, they're not gonna. I mean, even Scott Frost went on he didn't do my show, but he went on like a radio tour right when he got hired, and he did. Yeah,
he went on
interviews.
new coworker Nick Handley. He went on Handley's show back in 2018.
They also didn't do
come
mine.
on.
Oh wow, the option, the speed option works.
McGee.
Oh,
Jesus.
God. Andre, jeez. Was that Andre
Wow, that
Jones
was
again?
bad. That was rough.
The defensive
Somebody said it earlier
Okay.
that, like, on that other long run, like, this is a sign of the 2007 defense to come. Like, that was another play. Like, that was horrible.
Okay, here's the thing
What
about
were
this
they
team.
doing?
The secondary sucks. There's no tight ends. Like,
Because I think Zach Bowman's hurt again. Like, Zach Bowman got hurt for the second straight
yeah.
year or something.
I mean, that's one of the things when you look at this. The secondary is really questionable, and like I said, tight end is kind of a non-factor as well.
Well, God, look at this formation. The whole defense was bunched up, and so once he got to the second level, it was easy. What the hell was Shanley doing there? Good Lord.
Shanley,
Yeah,
Jones struggling.
what was that
Green,
angle?
Tier Green struggling. I mean, why you got a converted running back playing safety?
Yeah. Are they running the option?
Going
for
for
the
two,
two-point
running
conversion?
the option. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Get him, Barry Cryer.
Yikes.
Oh, yeah. Is Sue
that
in
was a
there?
bad play.
I want to see some Sue in there.
Was he in there?
McEwen, Moore, Cryer, Doggenduro. I don't think so. Cryer and Doggenduro. I think those guys were both like JUCO guguys.
Why the hell?
and
Why did
Doggenduro.
they run an option with McGee after he just ran like 80 yards for a
No idea
touchdown?
why. That's a good
That was
question.
stupid.
It's a good question.
Matt says, has anyone mentioned missing the Big 12? Can't say I missed the Texas schools, but those games always felt like they meant more. We're just now starting to get to that point with the Big 10.
Yeah.
I definitely miss, like, I miss it a lot. I've grown to miss the Big 12 more than I ever figured I would when Nebraska left. I like some of the environments, you know. I like the look of stadiums.
I don't know. The things I miss I miss the Big 8 teams.
Yeah.
I miss the Big 8 teams. I miss the drivable trips. I miss those things, but I don't know. Like, I savor beating Wisconsin and Iowa so much right now that it almost, like, I don't even know that I had a feeling like that. I suppose I did for Missouri.
Oh, dude, come on.
Yeah,
Missouri. We
and
talked about
Kansas
this
State.
recently.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Colorado in the 90s.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those teams would annoy the hell out of you today if
Absolutely.
Nebraska was still in the league.
All right, I formation. Look at that. We're going to run up down by 2. We're going to run up the middle right on first down.
All right, so this game not that long ago was 21-7, and now it's 21-19. So like this was the problem with this team, and now I'm remembering. Oh, that's right. They would just kind of fall. Like look at that total yards. First half 243, only 40 yards in the second half for Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
They have really struggled at moving the ball since their third touchdown drive.
Need to look for Matt Harrion here. Got to get it to Matt Harrion.
Look for Matt Harrion. Oh, look at that neck roll.
I wouldn't know how many catches Matt Harrion even had after his
In
injury.
2006?
Was that? Yeah. So did he play? Was he?
All right,
did he play that
for it.
whole year?
Oh, man, it wouldn't surprise me if he didn't. All right, 2006, Nebraska. I'm going to their stats real fast. All right, Harrion had, oh, Lord, I have to scroll. 12 catches. Wow, that's more than I figured.
Jeez.
2 touchdowns, 150 yards.
Wow, that was it. God. Jeez. Yeah,
He was way better.
Why this team didn't find tight ends and utilize tight ends more with this kind of an offense, I will never understand. And then they like in 2007 they really tried to. Oh, geez.
Oh, jeez. Man.
They really tried to with J.B. Phillips and man, Purified.
Wasn't one of the things that like negatively recruited against them was that coaches would lie and say like, they still run the option. You're never going to get the ball thrown to you. And like, because they're high school kids and the internet's still in its infancy, that they would be like, oh, okay, I don't want to go there. That's the place where they run the ball all the time.
Oh,
So I
Taylor.
think that they were still getting hurt in terms of recruiting by the perception that they were old Nebraska.
Jeez, they had it out to Purify, couldn't complete. Is that Dan Titchener, the punter? Was that what we were looking at?
Is that who that
97?
is?
I could be wrong about that, but I'm just remembering random punters.
Oh,
Let me see some special
957.
teams, guys. Come on. Let me see some.
who's that? Oh,
Ricky Denars!
Denars!
Ricky
Oh,
Denars!
man.
One of my
God, I
all-time
love that guy.
faves. I love
Who is Jack? Who is the guy that was on this team that he played against Missouri the week before, and they called him like a joker or a robber? Remember that guy? He was a spy onto
So a defensive back?
Yeah, let me see. Or a linebacker. Like, let me see. Oh, man, this is really frustrating me. Major Colbert. Remember Major Colbert?
Major Colbert. We're number 6.
Yes,
Colbert.
he was on this team.
Oh, my gosh.
Him and Ricky Thenars were always guys that I was like, man, you just let those guys run loose and they're going to be so good on defense.
Speaking of that era of recruits, remember Leon Jackson?
Oh, yeah.
From Pasco,
talk about
Washington.
film that was just like super fast, yeah. He ended up transferring to Hawaii.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
What was the coverage on that play? This defensive backfield is terrible, Josh.
It looked like
so
Kittle
bad.
versus Diggs on Sunday. Very
These
cool.
DBs are bad.
Yeah, Shanley's having a
rough day.
Hey, Shanley, soon your brother is going to have some takes on Matt Rule.
Yeah.
Just wait. Just wait.
But right now, he's probably playing for the Saints.
Yep. He's probably has some takes about Callahan. Man, that was a horrible tackle.
Jeez. How to get that open? My goodness.
Yeah, that was a nice. I mean, he just right here.
Tier Green.
Oh,
God.
yikes.
Oh, God. Man.
Jeez.
He was legit a running back the year before. I know I went to a game in Lincoln, a Kansas game that was I want to say it was 05. Tier Green, I think, scored the first touchdown in it. There's a really low-scoring Kansas game. Oh, trick play. Is that Jorvorskie throwing it?
Yes. No way.
God,
what the hell is that coverage? What are they doing? Oh, you know what, Jack? You know what this era is? This is the era of why don't the defensive backs ever turn around and look for the ball? How many times did you have that conversation?
That happened. That era always happened. Courtney Grigsby
was
so
freaking
short.
filmation, man.
Jeez, these defensive backs are bad.
Yeah, that was rough. That was rough.
Oh boy.
Look at those. More try-hard Texas A&M fan. Dude, they could have picked this off, Jack, when the ball's in the air.
That was not a good throw at all.
No, it hangs there.
And they had...
See, look. And then what are they doing? Good God.
Grigsby and Shanley. Again, Grigsby, another... So many players that were on this defense, in this defensive backfield. Grigsby's brother was a running back. Oh, fumble!
They calm down. Screw you.
Was that entire defensive backfield siblings? Grigsby.
Well, that's that Andre Jones, basically.
Yeah, I remember it's Jones, and then you had Bo Rude, who was.
Mm-hmm.
Tons of siblings.
Yep, Shanley.
Martellus Bennett. Did he play? He also played for the Bears in addition to the Cowboys?
He played for the Bears.
Right?
He played for the Giants. His brother played for the Seahawks. His brother was the guy who had the weird shoulder pads. Do you remember that? Like really tiny shoulder pads.
I don't remember his brother.
Yeah, I don't remember what his brother's name was.
I remember about him that he played. I think he played basketball for Texas A&M too. I want to say
Martellus.
Yeah. Okay. They ran it. The DBs gave up enough yards that they were able to just pound it with Jorvorskie. So do they? All right. They go for 2 here.
Michael Bennett was his
look
brother.
Look how big he is. What does Jorvorskie Lane weigh this year? 270.
Oh God, he looks like he's 260.
You don't see. I mean, that was kind of a thing in the 90s and a little bit in this era. Was like Ron Dane. Prior to that, Bam Morris was like that with Texas Tech. He played in Lincoln, just like Jerome Bettis.
Mm-hmm.
Just like super big running back. You don't see that very much anymore.
No. I mean, Derrick Henry, and that's kind of it.
Derrick Henry, but
even Derrick Henry's fast.
Derrick Henry is fast, yeah.
Yeah, where a lot of these guys weren't fast. Did they get it? Did you catch it? Yep.
Martellus Bennett.
Oh, it's Martellus Bennett. Screw you, man. 7:28 to go. So now Nebraska, they were up 21-7, and they have given up 20 straight points now.
Jeez.
Gosh.
And the defense looks hapless now.
And so this is where, so my grandpa, my mom's dad, he hated Callahan. He never liked Callahan, never bought into Callahan. And so anytime that he could, complain about him, he'd love to complain about him. I imagine that he would have been having a field day with this game.
Yeah.
I don't remember talking about it with him afterwards, but he probably just had to be losing his mind.
I mean, and it was the tackling went to hell.
Yeah,
the defensive backfield
the tackling went to hell, and the offense can't do anything. The offense suddenly looks garbage.
So 7:23.
Now it's 4:06.
We just dropped to 4:06.
So I think we skipped all the way to the final. I think this is the final drive
two
now.
2 punts. Oh, first play. Another.
Oh, is that his brother? I think that's Michael.
Oh,
that's his
right.
other. There's Michael Bennett.
Brother. I was just wondering. I was like, who's that guy? Okay, that's his brother.
So yeah, I posted in the chat, Jack. I posted a picture of him in the NFL with his shoulder pads. They're so tiny. It's so weird. Looked like he didn't even have shoulder pads on.
Jeez, the right tackle there. Holy cow.
Who was the right tackle?
Brandon Jackson was supposed to. Mike Huff was the guard, I think. So Patrick is the left tackle.
So an inauspicious start to this drive. There's now 3.5 minutes left in the game.
Was Seppo on this team? Remember him? Seppo.
Barely.
He was like from Finland, but he lived
Zach, get up.
Kozad, I think.
Man, if that hit happens now, Zac Taylor does not return to the football game. Zac Taylor might be concussed in this moment.
Did they call flag on the hit?
No, there was a flag. I think it's going to be a holding.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Yep, there is. Yep.
Jeez.
Man.
Wow, brutal.
Zach took some gnarly hits in his career, man. He took some real bad hits in his career.
Brett Byford, he's a center, I'm pretty sure. 76 is the. Oh, that's Leiden Murtha.
Oh, for some reason I thought he was on the left side.
I remember about Leiden Murtha, a weird thing about Leiden. He was from Minnesota. He ran in the draft combine, like 2 years after this, whenever he graduated, he was in the draft combine. He ran like the fastest ever shuttle run for an offensive lineman or something.
Yeah, that dude was a freak athletically.
Because he was like just like tall and sort of thin.
Yeah. Do you remember the recruiting story with Leiden Murtha? Did you ever hear it?
No, but he's just getting killed right now. Oh, God.
Oh,
he threw a pick?
Was there a flag? There has to be a flag, right?
No, because they miss a field goal, right?
Oh, they missed a field goal. So real quick, Leiden Murtha, he was a Minnesota commit. I think he came from a very religious family. Went there for his official visit. They were like, hey, you want to go to a strip club? And he was like, no. And they took him to a strip club anyway, and then he decommitted. And Callahan, his first class, I don't know how he found him, but he found him, and they got him, and they got Nate Swift from the same. Pretty crazy.
All right,
that pass
so
was bad.
250.
That was a rough pass.
Yeah, 250. Texas A&M get a field goal and put it out of reach here. They just need maybe one first down. Holy cow, who was that intended for?
Yeah, that was
There's
bad.
nobody there.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Oh my God! I guess it was that none over the? I don't know who it was, but
yeah, I couldn't tell. Matt says this is really quite the collapse. It is, man. And here's the thing: I don't remember the exact tiebreaker scenario, but they need this win to lock up the North. And so if they lose this, assuming Missouri wins out, they don't win the North this year. So this would have been, it would have been a freaking disaster to just melt down like they did in this football game and lose.
All right.
Oh, he ran out of bounds. Dude, what are you doing? That is huge.
Can I admit something as a person who watches a lot of football?
Yeah.
I still do not understand when the clock stops and doesn't stop for out of bounds.
Really?
At various levels. Yes.
It's anything. So if it's 5 minutes or more that are left in the game, it will stop, but then it will start moving again really quickly. Anything under 5 minutes, it stops.
Is that for both NFL and college, or is it different?
I believe so. In the fourth quarter and in the second quarter, it's under 5 minutes is when it starts.
Well, and then I learned in the Cowboys game, I didn't realize that you had to be moving forward.
You have to move forward. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. Thanks a lot, Schultz.
All right, not much there. Nebraska.
So they must have timeouts. I don't like this scoreboard.
Yeah, this scoreboard
I
did
do
not
for
show
nostalgia.
you. This was
it
not
doesn't
in
show
the
you
era of
timeouts.
technology where you can see how many timeouts were left.
Yeah, they need the little dashes below the names.
All right, 2:14, third down. Okay, we're back.
Is that the guy who made the pick?
Yeah, he's a guy. He served 4 years in the Army before he played at Texas A&M. Now he's got a huge neck
Oh, really?
roll. Yeah, that's what it said.
Oh, I missed it.
All right, 3rd and 7. Got to have a play here. Got to hold them.
Got to have a stop.
Got to have a. This is it, defense. You're going to play one play. You got to play this play. They're going to run.
Oh, they ran an option.
Is he going to pass it? What
are they doing?
Oh God! Wait. Jeez, about got it too.
Jeez. That would have been bad for Nebraska.
What was that?
And so they must have called a timeout.
Yeah, must have had a timeout.
2 minutes left.
That's how. Okay, they definitely could have put time. Okay, there you go. That was the last timeout. They definitely could put timeouts in that graphic, Josh. That's not beyond the capabilities.
Yes, it's not that hard, ESPN.
That's not beyond the capabilities of 2006.
No. Hey, you just add the little dashes below their name.
Jeez, A&M got. I guess they had some success with it. They ran a lot of option this game.
Yeah, who I don't. That's not something I remember from this game at all.
Yes. Ooh, look at number 6 Florida having a tough game against South Carolina.
That's the year. This is the year they won the Natty.
Oh.
This is the Chris Leak
Tebow
team.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Wait, Tebow was there? Jeez. Okay.
Yeah.
I figured he
did.
Oh, it's a barefoot kicker? They had a barefoot kicker?
So weird.
They still had barefoot kickers in 2006?
I don't remember if he's going to push this or if he's going to pull it. I guess we're going to find out.
I can't freaking believe they had a...
Oh, they blocked it. Man, they blocked a lot of kicks back then. Remember the Pitt game the year before?
Yeah.
Blocking
that
those
was Zach Potter who blocked that
Did
one.
we do that game for
No.
Be Kind? Did we? Okay.
No. There was some really
I think
nasty...
we jokingly said we should do it after the garbage
Barry
Northwestern
Turner got
one
it.
we did.
Barry Turner got it, I think.
Let's see.
Who is... Oh.
Yep. Nice call.
Who was 98
Nice eye.
there? I don't know who 98 was. He might have got a hand on it, too.
Yeah, who was 98?
Who is 98? That's not, no, like Des Moines Adams would have been before then. 98.
All right,
Jeez.
98.
Oh, it was,
Zach Potter.
Duro.
It's Zach Potter.
Oh, that's Potter?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Potter was the one who blocked the one, was it the year before? With that Pitt game. What year was that Pitt game?
I thought the Carricker was the one who blocked it at the Pitt game.
No, I want to say it was Potter.
Mm.
The 7-6 game? Is that what you're talking about? Also, there was
for some reason I thought it was.
There was a really nasty injury in that game, as I recall, too.
For Nebraska or for
somebody.
Pitt?
I don't remember which team. That 7-6 game. And then there was a game in Pittsburgh, right, the year before.
Oh, that game sucked. They had like a horrible rainstorm the night before, and so the field was like really wet.
What was
All right, 143, second and 10.
What was Callahan doing with his mouth there?
Remember, that was his like tick. He did that all the time. My grandpa hated that too. He does that thing with his mouth.
Okay.
All right, Grandpa, sorry.
We got to get some more yards than this. Brandon Jackson is...
Mark says, I still get mail from Pitt as a former season ticket holder. That's hilarious. That's awesome.
Okay, Brandon Jackson. When did Brandon Jackson start looking really good? Because at some point he did, not in this game, but in his career, he did at some point.
It was earlier this season because he had like the huge touchdown against Texas this season, and that was before this game.
All right, they have that play set up. Now they got a 4th down. Peterson's got to catch that. Glad his hands were better than that for your massage.
Yeah, that was. Oh, they definitely were.
All right, 4th and 3. Here we go. Pressure. J.B. Phillips is in. Here we go. The A&M. What are we doing with the camera here? All right. Shotgun. Couple extra blockers in for the rollout.
Wow.
Man, they did not.
Jeez. Wow.
Man, they kept down. They kept so many blockers in for that play. They had 2 targets.
I was going to say, how many people ran routes on that play? I'm going to tweet it, Todd, after this. What a throw. What a catch.
Hold on. Look at this.
Look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blockers. So you have 3 guys running routes. Look at that throw. Wow.
Boom.
Right on the money, man.
Future star.
Oh, Todd Peterson.
Star. He made up for that terrible drop.
Hell yeah, he did.
Terrible drop on 3rd down. All right. 105, no timeouts. How we feeling? Okay.
I mean, God, after that play, you're feeling really
Zach
good. You got
something.
that conversion on 4th down?
Zach sees something here, just like you would see for Jamar Chase now. A little extra
look
cover.
at Texas
They
A&M.
set the house. He's got to get rid of it. They'll have an open man.
Oh. Incomplete? Yeah, incomplete.
Okay.
Dude, A&M just is trying to feast on that offensive line. I think they had 5 rushers, maybe 6 on the play that we just watched. Man, he has to uncork that ball just to get it there. Oh, that was a great throw.
That should have been caught.
Terrence, come on, man. That was a good throw.
All right, here we go. 2nd and 10. Deafening sound in there right now. 57 seconds. You gotta get up and spike it or something if you get a first down if you don't get out of bounds. But okay.
Sheesh.
Are they running the clock after that?
That's Swift?
Dan Erickson.
Oh my gosh, Dan Erickson. Jeez. Why is Dan Erickson on the field?
I have no idea.
He caught the ball.
I would have never thought about him again in my life until I saw
seriously.
This.
They probably thought he was going to block. They're like, oh, they're going to do the run play again. That was a nice route, man. Nice little comeback.
That's a button hook.
That was a nice play.
He was going backwards and he went out. On the Cowboys game, they would have let the clock run.
You jerk.
I'm just saying. Oh, jeez.
Oh, man.
He was open there. What was that?
Yeah. That one, so the first play to none, that was on none. The second play to none, that was on Taylor.
All right, 2nd and 10. By the way, Maurice Purify being criminally underused right now.
Yeah, what are they doing?
What's going on? Where is he?
Is he even on the field? Who's Patrick? I don't remember that guy, number 54.
Chris Patrick, he was transferred from Purdue.
Oh, okay.
But I think I want to say he was on defense when he transferred. I don't know if that's right, but he's a Purdue transfer. Okay.
Wow, that bottom line was moving way too fast. Couldn't even read anything.
All right. Good protection. We got...
Nice.
We got Todd Peterson again.
Man.
Is Swift... Hold on.
Connecting with Todd
Is
Peterson.
Swift on this team?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
Did Peterson
He caught one earlier.
Okay.
Remember I told the story about my friend who got accosted by him at the porta potties?
Okay, but Peterson is more prolific than Swift is right now. And
Didn't that happen though? Like we just asked the question about Mo Purify where they would just guys would disappear for some reason.
Yeah. And Dan Erickson is in.
Yeah.
No offense to Dan. I don't know where he's at right now, but
Brendan says Zac Taylor won Big 12 Player of the Year with no speed at wide receiver. It is nuts how I like the receivers they have, and we were talking about it a little bit earlier. They're just missing a true game breaker.
Well,
a guy with a little more agility.
Hardy was fast.
Franz was fast,
Hardy
but man, he
was
couldn't
definitely
catch.
fast.
No hands, Franz.
All right, 2nd and 10, 36 seconds.
Sorry, Franz, if you're listening.
Yeah, I feel like there's a bunch of people.
Ooh, that could have been
apologize
bad.
if Shanley is listening, if Tierre Green is listening.
Well, hey, the defense, they're the reason that Nebraska's trailing in this moment. So, we got to give them a little crap.
All right, Harrying out, J.B. Phillips in for tight end that we're never going to use.
So weird.
Jeez.
Some of the personnel is so strange.
They should have got, in the era of the transfer portal, they would have added a tight end from the transfer portal after this year.
Calais, go to the portal.
Get a tight end. Get Martellus Bennett. And, it wasn't there, but it was was that the same play? Jeez.
No, well, it's very similar because there's a flag. Yep, here it comes. They roughed Zac Taylor.
Oh.
I always remember thinking Nebraska got away with one here. I think they're gonna show the replay, and he's a little late, and I guess we'd probably call it now. But I don't know. This doesn't seem like that dirty of a hit or anything.
Oh, yeah.
I guess it's late. It's definitely late.
For that era, maybe he didn't hit him hard.
That's the thing. I guess I'm watching it through the lens of 06, and I don't remember it being
that's a full count. That was one where he easily could have pulled up.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, 26 seconds.
Geez, so now, you asked a question earlier on the drive, how are you feeling now? Right now, you are just full confidence, right? 26 seconds, first and goal.
You're worried about the clock, though.
Or are you?
Boom!
God, what a play.
Woo!
Man, he was so good. Oh.
So they need the extra point still.
They do. God. Hey, don't put Brett Maher out there.
Yes.
Don't put Maher out there.
Franchione's calling for, I think, to block it. I'm not sure what that was.
What did he do? I missed it.
Just put both hands in the air like that was some kind of a signal there.
Look at Zac. He's
Look
so
at
young.
Young Zac. He actually
Zac.
doesn't look.
I mean, it's not like he
different
looks
now.
like an old man just yet, but
Menelik Holt gave him
Meanwhile,
a hug.
you got Silver Fox, Dennis Franchione.
All right, let's hit some randos on the sideline. Bo Davis. Oh man. Bo Davis. God, this is 2 years after Bo Davis at Texas Tech, isn't it?
Yes.
He was still there 2 years.
You want to do
after
that game for Be Kind Husker Rewind?
Oh, God.
70-10.
Jeez.
Man, that was a nice throw. He threw it up, let his big receiver get it. Like, what the hell was the defensive back doing there? God, what a play, man. That was such a good play.
Man, he was close to overthrowing that, though. He did not quite need to go. He did not need to go that
Matt says it.
high.
That really wasn't that great route, if I'm being honest. Like, he stops way too early. He could have kept going a little bit. He wouldn't have had to high point the ball as much. But it gave him a little space with the defensive back.
Joe Gans losing his mind on the sideline.
Menelik Holt celebrating.
Menelik Holt, a guy named Wes
Jones.
Kamek, I see.
Who's that guy?
I don't know. I just remember his first name, Kamek. First name was Wes. All right.
God, they still haven't kicked the extra point.
Pressure-packed extra point. Yeah,
did they call a timeout? Did A&M call a timeout? Why is it taking so long to get to the extra point?
Must have. In Nebraska with little mock turtleneck shirts for the coaches. That's nice. All right, here we go. Is it close? Boom, boom.
Right down the middle, baby.
Right down the middle.
Jordan Congdon.
Let's go.
Good on you, Jordan.
Do we get any crazy laterals on the kickoff here?
Yeah, I don't. That guy's triggered. Wow, that guy is pissed.
He is mad. Dan Titchener, I was right. I had the right name on the punter.
Dan Titchener.
I think he followed me on Twitter once at some point.
Nice. Did he unfollow you?
University? I want to say he works for the university now. Oh, yes. Man, the Texas A&M.
They are triggered. Jack, they're not having a good time at the stadium. Look at this fourth down throw. What a play. What a play to Todd Peterson.
There's that key late hit.
Mo. Jeez. I never realized how, he might have jumped a little too early there.
Yeah.
Whew, that could have been bad. That could have been bad.
Some sad ladies.
Dude, I miss the chin straps, the all-red chin straps. That was such a cool look on the helmets.
Nice. All right, here we go.
Man. Franchione, he looks like he's having a bad time.
Those glasses he's wearing, though, were hot in 2006.
Dude, I think I had glasses
like
similar.
Yep. I had a pair just like that in that same time.
Oh, my gosh.
Just the completely, frameless ones.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, man, these are so cool.
Those were white hot.
All right, who's kicking off? Who's 37? Is that Dan Haydenfeld? Is he on the team?
That could be.
Let me look it up. 37.
That could be. I don't know.
Jake Wesh.
Oh, Jake Wesh. Jake Wesh is the guy who followed me on Twitter. Yes.
Oh, nice.
I think
Matt says I miss winning.
He works for the university.
Matt, me too, man. This is a fun
time. Nice play.
Nice play. They just wasted 9 seconds, man. Wow. Big.
Good play on the kickoff. I want to see who made it, though. 21 for 35, 267, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick for Taylor.
Man, that's not bad.
Matt Stafford.
Interception was horrific.
Look at Matt Stafford had a good day.
Oh, nice. God, he would have been like a freshman in
302 yards passing there. M. Davis for South Carolina. D. Baker. Well, it's a big Oregon USC game.
Oregon's just 9:15.
Oregon's just starting to get good. And this is just post Reggie Bush at USC. So.
Yep, this is the first year after Reggie. John David Booty is their starting quarterback this year, I think.
Booty. as Brent
remember John
Musburger
David
said that year. That's right. We played him this year.
Brady Quinn.
Hey, there's Carl
Brady
Nix.
Quinn.
There's Carl Nix, offensive lineman there on the sideline. Why wasn't he playing in that game? He went to the NFL.
Yeah, he did. Didn't he win the Super Bowl with the Saints?
Yeah, he played a long time for the Saints. Why wasn't he ever in the game?
I think he said the F word when he got asked something, and he's like, "I'm going to effing Disney World" or something. I think Carl Nix did that.
Was he a guy who got in trouble at the Oklahoma game, or was that somebody else?
I don't
got
remember.
in an argument with the Roughnecks or something. Was that Carl Nix, or was that some? That would have been in like 04, though. All right, here we go. Oh, why? Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Cut inside. Do you have timeouts? What are you doing?
And that's the ball game.
Jeez.
Wow. What a dumb way to end the game. Jeez. Wow, that was an anticlimactic ending. Good Lord, Texas A&M. That was horrible.
A little bit
What are they
of
doing
foreshadowing
there
for
we
a
go.
Texas team not paying enough attention to the clock.
Wow. Yep.
They review this or anything? No, I don't even think.
No,
they
I think it's over. I think everyone's like, okay, well, see you later.
I don't think they have. Why is everybody still staying there? Like there's another
Yes,
play.
I think they're trying to get an extra play, but dude, what are you doing?
Is there review?
They must be waiting for one. Yeah, they're waiting for a review.
I'm kind of surprised there was review.
2, 1.
One more
Maybe
play.
there was a second.
Put it back on for Mac Brown. Yep, here we go.
So they're gonna give him a play, and there it's over.
Carricker.
Oh, Zac Taylor.
Zac running over
Giving
people.
Steven McGee the stiff arm.
Let's go. Yeah,
Look
Zac.
at that. Clinching the division. That was fun, man. What a weird game.
That was weird.
Did it lift up your spirits after having to watch Nebraska basketball earlier?
It did. It definitely. I mean, that was very sad and upsetting. So yes, but anything really would have at this point. But this definitely did.
Good.
Definitely did. I really like. I really get excited about just trying to remember who old players are and where they were from. Who is that sideline reporter? How tall is she?
I looked her up earlier. She's still on TV.
We got a Texas
Stacey
Ranger
Dales.
behind him.
Stacey Dales.
Okay. Got like a Texas Ranger behind him and a guy in a leather jacket.
The guy in the leather jacket kind of looks like Frost from an angle.
Who is that?
Look at Callahan.
That
Just
guy-
such a happy guy.
Yeah, you know.
Hey, we're going to the conference championship game.
Pass it
You're not
around a little
coaching
bit,
the Super Bowl.
Win the North, you know.
Well, that was fun. We'll be doing many more Be Kind Husker Rewinds this offseason, better than ever. We're hoping because we got all the audio issues figured out. We have the video issues figured out. I guess we'll find out about the latter, but we definitely have the audio stuff. So if you have recommendations, games that you would like us to do, let us know. We would love for them to be like an hour and 15 minutes. Or less, just kind of in that sweet spot.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can tweet at us or comment on the Discord server, whatever it is. We'd love to find some. I don't know, Jack. I'm looking for more kind of deep cut stuff like this one,
That'd
just
be
like
good.
random games from the past.
That'd be good. I am going to send you the audio now, Josh, and then I am also going to take the video, and tomorrow I'm going to try and put it on YouTube, and I will make a link that's a private link, but I'll put it on Patreon.
Perfect.
So people, the members who missed it, if you're here, I don't know what good I'm doing by saying it now, but if you want to rewatch it or you missed some of it, we'll put that up on Patreon and people can see it there. So.
And Jack, along those lines, if you are someone that Jack doesn't understand and you're listening to this at a later date just via audio and you're saying, wow, this really did sound like a lot of fun. I don't think you're weird. I think you're a very normal person that just likes consuming fun content with your friends, Josh and Jack. But if you are one of these people, you can become a patron today. Patreon.com/IED Club. If you want to get to do the watch-along stuff with us, it's only $5 a month. What's that, like a cup of coffee now, Jack? It's like a gallon of gas. $5 a month. You can
it's like two
watch
eggs.
These games.
It's like two individual eggs.
There you go. Yeah, you get 2 eggs. You have access to the entire Discord server, all sorts of stuff, a really great community. Patreon.com/IED Club, the back catalog for all of the podcasts that we have done before and everything that we will do moving forward. And then for those of you who are listening at a later date and you're already patrons, we appreciate your patronage. Patreon.com/I80Club.
All right, that is it. Podcast. Join us next time for another Be Kind Husker Rewind or Saturday Morning Coffee or wherever you can do it. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.